The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
You are now listening to the Radio Show ATL.
Would you look at this? It's the Radio Show ATL. We are back on the air, talking that noise as we always do. Well, not noise. It's got some substance to it somewhere in there. So, ATL Diva, look, we have a guest here. We got Uncle Krys from the On The Geaux Podcast is hanging out. We were waiting on EZ to show up because we said he was doing light skin things, but here we are. Krys, what's up, man? How you feeling?
Can't complain. What's the deal, my people? How y'all feeling?
We are good. I am a little sleepy and a little bit hungry, but I'm good.
Oh, no. We don't need you turning into Joe Pesci over here. We need all the hot takes without none of, well, we need the attitude too, Diva. That's what helps make the show the show.
This is why I starve myself until the show's over.
Little hangriness might make for a great show.
This is true because, you know, the irritated Diva might be, you know, even better content. So, ATL Diva, I told you this before that you are like you're like the master of introducing and breaking things down. So, we have so much stuff that was happening, continues to happen. There's a certain somebody who got caught up in a little bit of, you know, basically he's going to be doing a little bit of time, but we have a twist on what's going on with that. So if you care to elaborate, we can get off into it.
Sure. I'd be happy to lead off on this conversation. So, you know, they say if you do the crime, you do the time. But Diddy, Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, aka Puff, aka Brother Love, whatever he wants to reinvent himself to be called, he recently was sentenced to 50 months in jail for the SA allegations and that whole, you know, debacle of stuff that he got in. Also, he was up, I think, for some potential RICO charges and all kinds of stuff. Like, you know, he's just a messy guy. Now, he's gotten sentenced to 50 months. Like, literally, I think he's getting off really easy compared to what he was charged for. But he don't even want to do that time. This is how this man takes no accountability. You wouldn't believe who he asked to get him out of trouble. He joined the long line of people. He asked, you know, Trumpy boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the Cheeto tyrant to give him a pardon.
Yes. Insanity. Now, this wouldn't be us if we didn't give you context. So here's the please stand by. I got two pieces of, well, if you're listening on a podcast, audio for you to listen to. If you're watching, you're still going to listen to it because I don't have the rights to put the pictures up there, so we'll just have the sound. So you away. So here's the please stand by. The first clip is going to be of Diddy and his comments about Trump with an interview with Charlemagne. I think this was last year before he got arrested. And then right after that is Trump mentioning this in a press conference from a few days ago. Take a listen.
When you move in fear, you don't have any leverage. Mm-hmm. The way I felt before is the way I still feel. Things have got too serious of a point. Seeing what's going on, white men like Trump need to be banished. That way of thinking is real dangerous.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to speak to the DOJ. I'll look at it. I have a lot of people who have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon.
So you guys heard that foolishness, right? So honestly, he's such a hypocrite because he's, you know, always like he's pro-black, this and this and that. But if you look at his long record of just like screwing black people over, like from not paying his artists to, you know, being violent towards women and men in the community. Like, he's just literally living his pimp life out loud. And then he goes to his white daddy pimp to get him out of prison, right? Because if you really had all that, first of all, I don't understand why he's asking him for a pardon all of a sudden when just a year ago, right? 16, like he was over here saying that Trumpy should be banished. And I'm like, okay, but now you're going to go with your tail between your legs and go ask him to save you. So now you want to have a white savior? Like, I'm really confused. So it was cool while you was doing your dirt, but now, so I think he should be banished. Like, he's not doing anything. He had these people write letters talking about he's good for the black community. Did you know that, 16?
Yeah,
Young Miami.
Yeah.
None of the people who wrote those. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys the list of notable figures. Okay, and then you guys let me know if you think those would be credible people to write.
Keyword notable. Let's.
Right.
Notable.
this is going to be the oxymoron of it all, actually.
Okay.
So, just to name a few. Okay, of course, he put them poor babies out there to write a letter for his kids, right?
Okay.
His mom, she's questionable, but the notable figures are only these people that I can find. There's a long list, but I don't know none of them. So anyway,
before you name these, I just want to I want to make this known before you get to reading this list that it's a pretty good chance that any of these people that you name with what Chris and I are going to say will never be guests on this show, no matter how big the show gets with what we're about to say. They will never come on here after this, ever. Please.
Yes. Dallas Austin. Y'all remember Dallas Austin? Kind of. I mean, when we were kids, maybe.
The 90s was a long time ago. Very, very relevant with LaFace years ago, but I don't know how much that's popping in 2025.
Shit, responsible for TLC, Monica.
Yeah.
Just to name
I don't even know, but see, the problem is these people have gone on the record advocating for him, and like, yeah, anything else you want to do, done.
All right.
Stephen Hill, a TV producer and former executive at BET. So now who knows what this guy is doing? None of these people are currently relevant. Okay. Young Miami did, but like she's not doing anything anymore right now, and she's also under his thumbprint, so who cares?
Okay.
Carl Thomas.
Now, Carl Thomas, he got some jams under his belt. I would say
name three.
Why are you stealing
Name three Carl Thomas songs right now. I'll give you two. Name two Carl Thomas songs.
So,
go.
I could get you Emotional and and I wish I never met her.
Well, he should have sang that and said he wished he never met Diddy, but he did.
That's actually a good song, but that was 25 years ago, so we're gonna keep going. Sorry, Carl Thomas.
Okay.
If you want to come on the show, though, we could talk about it. Okay.
So, you know how down bad you gotta be when Stevie J writes you a character witness? Stevie J, well, all of his drug use, all of his DV. I completely see why they're friends, but I'm just saying, bro, if I'm going to get a character witness, it's not going to be for someone who's also in the same kind of trouble as me. I'm just saying. And Jeff Burrows, a former worker at Bad Boy. Bad Boy is not even a thing anymore. Why do you keep getting people from Bad Boy? How long ago was that? That means nobody else wanted to go on the public record as writing anything for you. That says a lot.
I'd be willing to assume it's people that benefited from him.
Well, I think it's people who still need him for the most part. Like 80% of people still need him. So how can they write an honest review if they depend on you for their livelihood?
Yeah.
Like your kids, your mom, like all these people.
So, is that the end of the list, Diva? Because you're not really.
That's all I'm gonna read, because those are the list of the notable people. All the other people, you don't know who the hell they are.
Yeah, that's not really getting that's not really gonna really strike a chord with me if I'm a judge. Even if I'm not starstruck, I'm gonna be like, I mean, who are these people? You know, I'm sorry.
They're not anybody that you still like know. Like out of all, listen, you saw those Diddy parties, those white parties. This dude has connections that are international, politicians,
but that's different,
all kinds of people. But when you in trouble, that's where they supposed to come to, right?
Pat somebody on the back a whole bunch when you eating their food and drinking their liquor. It's a different story, you know, when we start talking about legal things. So let me do this, Diva. You know, I'm always famous for taking things a certain way. I want to do something first before we get into the fact that Diddy is asking Trump for a pardon. Is a lot of people, when it concerns matters of people with money, especially black people, and jail time, they be talking out the side of their neck. And I'd like to clear up a couple of things, if I might. From time to time, even though this show does not do research, I did some research about where Diddy has been being held in jail and where potentially he's going to stay for these 4 or 3 years in the place that he's in.
He's only going to do about a year and a half.
And I was about to get to that, Chris, that I wanted to talk about some of the people who are making all these, like they had these ideas in their head. Now, I ain't never walked no yard before. All right. We joke about that on here, but ain't nobody on this show ever walked no yard. So we don't know what it is about going to jail because this just ain't happened before. And it's a lot of people who make comments who will say stuff like, oh man, you know, he got money, you know, just because he in jail, that's going to be easy time for him because, you know, he's a celebrity. Okay. So to put that into context, I know we're trying to, you know, scale back the language or whatever, but I mean, we ain't there yet, so I'm going to keep going. It's jail. It's nothing easy about it. It's prison. I don't know where they get this idea of, oh, it's easy time. No, I did the research on the place that he's in, okay? They say it's like a hell on earth. The food that you're served in there is donated food. So majority of it is either spoiled, outdated, or not cared for. They said it's freezing in there. It's full of, you know, sickness and disease. It's just not what's hot in the streets.
Yeah,
so for people to say, oh, you know, he could do 4 years easy because, you know, he's got money or whatever. It doesn't matter. You're not free. It's jail. It doesn't matter. Oh, he's going to skate. No, it's jail. Anybody could be like, well, what are you doing? Like, I'm free. I'm not counting what I'm doing because I can do whatever the hell I want. You're locked up. He's a billionaire. Do you know how much of a downgrade that is from being a billionaire where you could just snap your fingers and get whatever you want to being a number, an inmate? You're not a name in there. You're just another black dude locked up.
But I'm going to disagree with you, and I'm going to be devil's advocate a little bit because it does matter, and you do get different preferential treatment.
It's still prison, Diva. It's still damn jail.
Listen, but okay. I'm going to play devil's advocate. Todd Chrisley recently got out. Are you familiar with Todd Chrisley, the white guy who was in a real estate situation?
I know all about him.
Right. He has been on his podcast talking. Now, you know his wife went to prison too, right?
Yeah.
So she went to prison, and let me see, what's his wife? I think her name is Julie. Julie. And so I've watched their podcast a little bit, like the little snippets. Let me tell you something. Todd's experience and Julie's experience is night and day. Todd's gonna tell you he ain't do shit. He gonna tell you he did not eat prison food, that he had food brought in every day. He said he ate Papa John's, Chick-fil-A, Zaxby's, whatever he wanted, he got. Julie is looking mad salty because she said that was not my experience at all. I had to eat the prison food. He did not do any chores. He was able, because of his money and his influence, to pay other people to do the stuff that he did not want to do. He had everybody on payroll. He said he had guards, he had inmates, he had everybody on payroll. And in turn, so it depends on, like, there are people who don't have to live the same life. Yeah, it's prison, but are there levels to your experience in prison based on money? Absolutely.
Well, you could hear Boosie say the same thing in his experience. Yeah. We all know Boosie was on death row, facing life sentence. And
yeah,
you said at times he was comfortable.
Yeah. And think about the fact that how many black men or brown men get locked up for way more than 50 months on a simple marijuana charge. This dude got borderline, if not multiple charges across state lines, RICO charges, all of this, and he's bitching and complaining because he actually has to be accountable for some of the stuff he did. Like you literally see him on camera stomping a woman in the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't care. He should be under the jail. I don't care if he doesn't eat great. He talks about like the fact that you got people testifying saying he blew their car up allegedly or did all kinds of intimidation tactics. I don't feel sorry for him. Jail is jail, but guess what? Whatever privileges that he's going to get out of there is not going to be with someone else is going to experience who does not have the money and connections. I'm sorry. It's just not. I don't feel for him.
I don't either. I just
he's gonna steal no matter what, and the only way we know it's not gonna be as hard for him. Why? Because people who've already experienced it are the ones that tell us. How will we know? They're gonna say it's easier.
There's just a bunch of armchairs who want to talk about stuff they feel like they know, like
No. This stuff be coming from people who already been inside and got out. They're too detailed. I do think people like us are going to give our opinion, but because we don't know the inner workings, I think that you got people like Todd Chrisley, you got other people who done been in, served time and got out. They're the reasons they're going to say, oh, it's not going to be as hard.
I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is it's always somebody who knows something that they feel like nobody else knows. Did you know? Like I seen this thing making the rounds, and I can't even believe I'm giving voice to it, but I just want to tell you about this type of thing so you can see the context that I'm in. Where somebody shared a post and it was so ridiculous, I wanted to fight them. Where they were saying, well, you know, Martin Luther King, when he was shot, he didn't die from that. Somebody snuck in there and smothered him to death. That's what happened. And I'm like, you need your phone taken because that's ridiculous. But this is the stuff I'm talking about, where people just made up and just say things to, I don't know, sound more intelligent, like they're more in the know than somebody.
Yeah.
So that's my point of saying that it's a lot of people that's going to say, oh, well, that's nothing to it. When in actuality, more times than not, the people who are making these comments ain't never walked no yard. I can't talk about what his condition's going to be. All I can talk about it from an aspect of, I don't care if you're telling me I'm eating Papa John's or it's prison. It's prison. You're not free. Okay. In the store, you ain't got to tell me nothing else. You telling me I'm in a jumpsuit and I ain't free. And I got, you know what I'm saying? I got Big Al looking at me like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, that's prison. I don't want to hear about what.
Well, let me ask you, do you think like they're going to let him have baby oil in there?
Okay. Mute her mic.
It's waiting for him.
Mute her mic.
It's waiting for him.
So it's waiting for. I hope it is waiting for him. I really hope it is. I think he's gonna get buddy with somebody named Bubba.
In the grand scheme, there ain't no way in the world Trump's gonna pardon Diddy to answer to go all around with it.
I don't think so. I mean, okay, he's already in hot water with this whole Epstein situation. And what's the chick name? She asked for a pardon too.
That's where the conversation came into play. She was mentioned, and Trump, he volunteered that Diddy asked him for a pardon. There is no way. Let me tell you something.
It's lame, yeah.
This is what will happen beforehand. The Atlanta Falcons will win a Super Bowl before he gives him a pardon. So it's not happening. What do you feel? I mean, there's no way he gives Diddy a pardon, right? That's not happening.
What is Diddy? He knows Diddy very well. I know he does because they go back in pictures for years. He went to Diddy parties. Yeah. I don't think he wants to fly that close to the sun because he's already in trouble with the Epstein situation. And then they have Ghislaine Maxwell, who also asked for a pardon. I think if he's running from the Epstein stuff and he's running from this FA allegations and all this other stuff, why would he pardon the very two people who are at the top of the list for sex trafficking and all that other stuff? What's that gonna say? I don't think it's gonna happen. And I honestly thought Ghislaine was already secretly thought they was gonna low key kill her off, like quote unquote Epstein's, or I'm like her off. I'm sorry. I didn't think she was really gonna be in jail. I didn't think she was.
Yeah,
I think it's too much of a high profile for someone not to be. Somebody got to
Yeah,
save face.
I think she's gonna have to take the hit, and I think
Diddy
they're not.
I think Diddy gonna do this time, Diva. Like Trump is not.
Well, they already reduced it so much. They're gonna have to make an example out of him, because if they don't, it's gonna be really suspicious how they have all of this evidence. I think the feds are gonna have to get a win on this. I think the compromise behind closed doors was one. You see it all the time. He got warnings to chill out. He got bigger and a lot of ego and a lot of bravado. So they're going to have to put him in his place and sit him down. They're not going to make him lose everything forever, but they're like, listen, we got a Fed case. We have a 90-something% win rate. We can't even let you walk if you wanted to, because you've already been too disrespectful and out of your place. I feel like this all started with that liquor situation where he thought that he was going to do that, but that's another story. But I think they got to make an example out of him. He's going to have to do the time.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He's not actually guilty of the RICO, right? Sex trafficking.
No, it was the lesser.
They basically got him on coercion and stuff, right?
Let's see. What did he actually get? Because I'm curious, because see, this was what, in New York, right?
Yeah, in New York. Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't think
he was only convicted of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution and subsequently sentenced to over 4 years in prison. He was found not guilty of the more serious charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. How the hell did he not get? They're already giving him a break, because there's no way that this dude is innocent of racketeering. But
that's why I said earlier 16. He probably only gonna do about half of that time, bro. And he already got credited like 13 months.
Also, I'm very curious because some of these allegations cross state lines. So he's got, technically, I think, pending cases in other states. Let's see. I'm just going to try to be accurate here. Cases in different states. Let's see. So he's got some stuff in California as well, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Basically they brought him up on charges, I think, in New York and California, but then that's not even maybe some of the other little places, other stuff that happened, but I'm not sure what's gonna happen in California.
Yeah, I don't know.
That could be maybe.
I ain't agreeing with none of it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't subscribe to that conspiracy of, like, well.
But I think
I'd assume they upset that they couldn't convict him on a sex trafficking and drugs. I know that pissed them off,
but since he's a millionaire, they work different. It's not so much about the jail time.
For beating on that girl like that, for beating, and for the stuff we didn't see with Cassie.
And I think that's what probably found them a base too.
Yeah.
Find him guilty of that stuff. Because had that video not occurred, he probably would have been.
He probably would have. He probably would have walked on all of it. But you can't, like, that's too much proof to just.
That's what I said. That video being out there, that's probably like, okay, we got something.
It's like the Ray Rice situation, Chris. Remember where before the video came out, the commissioner wasn't gonna pop off. Then we seen the video of him knocking that girl out and dragging her out the elevator. You gotta jump on that.
Right.
They couldn't charge him for that criminally. I think the statute of limitations was up, but that's why they wanted civil court.
It's the optics.
But it put it out there like, okay, there's some truth to this. He's wealthy, right? So it's not so much about jail time for them as much as it is about your social status and standing. So they pretty much have burnt him to the point where who's gonna want to be seen being associated with you? Look at who wrote these character witnesses. These are none of the high profile people are gonna want to put their name on the line in public. So now he's an Easter egg.
This burns
People will be friends with you, but not in public.
This burns me up real bad. It just does.
I'm gonna say this: we've seen likes of for this. I know this is different scenarios, but let's use this for an example. The snitches. We've seen them come back to maybe more popularity than what they might have had before. Diddy being Diddy and all that he's done and contributed to people or what he's done for people, like the people that wrote on his behalf, if he comes out, bro, he gonna have so many interviews lined up, so many people want to get the insides of this and that. I'm willing to bet in this new time, in this new world, he'd probably be bigger than what he was before. For the simple fact that it's done. And I know that sounds wild.
No, look, it doesn't.
I'm not trying to say I'm defending this dude or whatever, because I don't, that's not, but in today's world, I wouldn't be surprised. That's all I'm saying.
I think this is a turning point for the culture where we have to start doing what we used to do to auto-correct the narrative in the culture, which is to shun people like this. I think it can't be about, we want this exclusive, that exclusive. It has to be a social discipline that we used to use, like when we were doing Black excellence, right? Like, I want to say the point of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like in the 80s and the 90s.
That guy was the one. He was trying to put that shit, the black excellence and all of that.
He was a part of it, but it wasn't real. I'm talking about the people who were being authentic.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I pick up. What you're saying.
Yeah. He's definitely. I think it's going to be our responsibility not to okay what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I honestly have even with the whole R. Kelly situation. It literally makes me cringe that a lot of women are still like, ooh, if he had a concert, I would separate the music from the man and all this stuff. And I'm just like, no, are you kidding me right now?
Diva, may I please? Hey.
Yeah.
R. Kelly listeners, you turn that off. Turn it off. Turn that off. You turn it
now
off.
It's creepy. Like all these, like, it's just like at some point,
who was he talking about? Your body's calling me. Who was he talking about? You turn it off. Turn it off.
Yeah, because you listen to the lyrics. It ain't nothing about no adult solo. So I say all that to say, I think it's going to, I agree with you 100%. I think he has the potential to be bigger than what he was. However, I think it's the culture's responsibility to banish him.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, it's going to let it be okay to have a 2.0 and a 3.0. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's waiting to see if we're going to be welcoming him back with open arms. And so if other people want to do videos and interviews and all that stuff, it's going to be on us to say, we don't want no parts of it because it's bullshit. Like you're done as far as it because you don't represent who we're trying to be. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to have to be on us.
In a culture that's made relevance of Sexy Red and City Girls.
They're done too.
I'm disappointed. He said Sexy Red and your facial expression didn't change. What's the usual look when somebody says Sexy Red?
Well, you know why? Because she's really not effing relevant right now. Ice Spice and all of them, they're done. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's talking about them anymore. Like the culture has done away with them. I'm not saying you can't have like fun stuff that's silly, and I know that we're gonna probably transition this into Nicki Minaj and Cardi B in a minute, but there's levels to fun. I don't expect everybody to be a proper rapper, you know what I'm saying? But
you know what, Diva? We actually need to transition to it now because we spent way too long talking about Diddy and his missteps. But I will say this. What's wrong with you, Diva? Why the hell are you looking like that? What's your problem? What's going on?
These little fruit gnats, and then like it got in my wine, and I was trying to cover my wine because gnats like wine, and I was pissed.
You know what's
then
going
one
on
was
there?
running across the thing. What?
It's been like just an issue with fruit flies all over the place for whatever reason. Even when you ain't got no fruit out, they just been all over the place. You know what the problem is? The problem is that what's going on in the world is attracting that nonsense. All right, that's what's happening right now. So that little fruit fly right there was telling you and telling us we need to wrap up this by close of business now, not tomorrow.
Yes, it's so irritating.
So Diddy, he about to do that time. So no matter what you feel like, Trump ain't pardoning him. It's going to be hard time, as hard as it can be, because he's not free. And if you're still listening to any of these people who've done anything, and I know we got, friends of this show who still be up here trying to step in the lane of love or whatever, you need to step in to turn it off. Turn it off.
Quick question. Do you think, based on what we know from him, the motto, don't drop the soap, do you think he's going to drop the soap on purpose?
We'll be right back after this.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
A crazy show, man. If we got any more black people hop in here, the cops are gonna get called.
You're listening to The Radio Show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
All right, guys. So we're back. And I know this is a girl fight that has been going all over the internet. So if you don't know, I do want the guys' opinion on this a little bit. The girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. Actually, I'm going to say the Caribbean girls are fighting. Nobody says that, but the Caribbean is at war, honey. I think, where is Nicki Minaj from? Trinidad? I think she's from Trinidad. She's Trini. And then Cardi B's from the Dominican Republic. And so the girls are fighting.
It covers all that. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So if you live in
the area that
somewhere,
Christopher Columbus oppressed, that area, yeah.
Yeah, all those places that the cruise ships go, they're fighting. So it all started because allegedly there was a tweet, which we still call them tweets because we'll never call it X or whatever. Like, who cares? Nicki Minaj.
For them to change the name of.
They never should have did that. Nobody really wants to call it X. They also call it Tweeter. So Nicki Minaj came out, climbed from under her rock, child. Now, Cardi B's new album just launched called Am I the Drama? And boy, is there drama. So Nicki Minaj hops on Twitter and starts going in because Cardi B had album sales. Like, she did a promo for $4.99, I think, where she was just like giving her fans the album for a decent price. And then, hell, we're in a recession, so who doesn't like $4.99? But anyway, so that caused Cardi B to pop back at her and be like, yo, like, why are you over here? You always got something to say. You should be playing with people your own age, like your own peers. So she was like, well, you've been in the game for like 20 years. You need to be talking to like Drake, Taylor Swift, or somebody who is more your peer, because like I am in my own lane. Like, why are you comparing yourself to me? So in a retaliation, then Nicki Minaj starts talking about culture, calling her monkeys and ugly and all this other stuff. Then Cardi B starts talking about Papa Bear, talking about you shouldn't have been on all them perks. That's why your eggs are scrambled. I was like, oh, Lord, no.
Hey, no, she killed me when she said Nicki Minaj's child favorite color is 5.
Oh my God. And then all of this happened on the baby birthday, Papa Bear birthday. He was like, your mom I'm sorry she didn't cut the cake because she's over here clowning. And, it just got really, really bad. And a lot of people kind of felt some type of way. It did. And I'm just kind of like, I understand Cardi B was defending herself, but I'm like, should she have taken a high road, or were you guys here for the drama? Because, it did work out.
Well, before, didn't Cardi run up on Nicki or some shit? They had a little run.
That was years ago. Like,
they had a spat before because
it was
when they came out with Motorsport. Apparently, they was they had a spat then because everybody was like, oh man, how'd they get them on the same video together and they not fight or something like that? So I think they've been at it before.
Yeah, Cardi threw a shoe at us like that. I remember that.
Oh yeah, then who ended up with the knot on their head? And I can't remember, but yeah. It's been a long-standing feud, but I think that Nicki Minaj, in my opinion, is giving me Monique vibes. You know what I'm saying? How Monique, all she do,
for sure. She bitter.
The actress Monique, okay? Like, you know, all she do is go after like Tyler Perry and everybody in the movie industry and TV. And so it's like Lee Daniels. It's like, who do you get along with? And, you know, and I feel like it's the same thing with Nicki Minaj.
My babies.
And her weird ass husband. But why do they both have weird ass
That's her daddy. That's her daddy, girl.
Well, allegedly, I guess Nicki Minaj is in the same boat because her and her weird ass husband, like, your partners are an extension of your brand. I don't think people think about that because Nicki Minaj hasn't been the same since she married that weird ass dude. You know what I'm saying?
I would say too, if I'm her husband, if I'm that guy, bro, what are you doing allowing your wife to get on Twitter ranting about somebody else's kids? Where do you come in as a man and check your wife like, hey, come on, cut this. Like, you even, I don't care what it is, but like, either rap about it if you're a rapper, or
if you're an artist,
leave the kids, the family out of that. Leave that. You don't have to go far too left like that.
Man,
you know?
16. What was that dude's name?
Kenneth
Petty. That's
the dude that walked out the party, bro. Because you called
Ray Otis. Ray Otis.
Yeah, they acting like Ray Otis out here, dog. They know what Nicki is. You know, they ain't rapping about it. They just talking from behind.
But it's not. But Cardi hasn't been the only person Nicki been doing this with. Just recently over the summer, she was doing that with SZA.
Well, yeah, she been beefing with.
Oh yeah.
She went back and forth with Des Bryant about some shit.
Des Bryant and she did with SZA.
Random.
She been going at Jay-Z, Rock Nation.
Oh, man. That's right. She is going at. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like the whole Monique thing. It's just like anytime that you're in the headlines for something, it's not for anything positive or anything doing about you.
That is a great comparison. That's really what this is.
Yeah. Because you're not known for anything. And I really feel like she chose wrong. She chose to stand 10 toes down and support men in her life who are unsavory characters. If I can tell my age, you know, it's like unsavory characters from her brother to her dad. You know, if you don't know, her brother was, allegedly charged with like essay allegations towards someone. I don't know if he was convicted or not. I think her uncle or somebody else in her family has similar charges or something like that. And then also her husband was involved in something similar. And then she got in trouble.
Have to register?
He had to register as a SA offender. Not only that, she was allegedly linked to trying to intimidate the woman that had pressed the charges against him. So she's been consistently supporting and defending men who got a problem. And so if you haven't noticed that certain people in the industry have really backed off of her after that. So I feel like this is and then I think she put out an album. It didn't do very well. So she's salty because she was never a girl's girl. You know what I'm saying? Not really. You know how all these other chicks would jump on each other's albums or either be seen being something with women. She's always just played in the boys club by herself. And if she has to mix and mingle or be in a situation with chicks, it's always a problem. Weird.
One thing that I'm shocked about in this whole thing that hasn't been brought up is that, you know how the old saying that the more things change, the more they stay the same and things of that nature, you know, everything goes in a circle. If I'm not mistaken, about 15 years ago or so, maybe a little, 15, 14 years ago, we were experiencing this same thing where Nicki Minaj was like the new hot artist that was making her way in the industry. And part of the old guard, her and Lil' Kim was having issues with each other because Lil' Kim was feeling like Nicki Minaj wasn't showing her the proper respect as one of the OGs. And now you fast forward, 15 years later, and it's like Nicki Minaj playing, like gatekeeper to rap music when it comes to female artists, like they got to come and kiss the ring and everything. And I think sometimes people just forget where they were, where you could plainly tell that Nicki Minaj was a fan of Lil' Kim growing up. You could see it in everything. It's painfully obvious. And you can also see that Cardi B was a fan of Nicki Minaj. And what I don't understand is, why can't these women come together like and be powerhouses together? Like, why are we beefing with each other because one of them is hotter than the other one right now? Like, what difference does it make? Partner up, make the money. This beef is stupid. It's manufactured. I'm tired of this. It's not real. Get it out of here. Keep it out of here. What are we doing? Is the music even good? We don't. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. I haven't listened to the Cardi B album, and I think I don't want to.
I think it's fun. I mean, the consensus on TikTok is women bop into it. It's fun, you know. I don't think it was
Diva, but y'all just, when you get in that ball, you just want to shake your ass. It doesn't matter what they're saying. You just, you know.
No, it has to have a good beat. I mean, it can't be too lame. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gotta have a hit to it, because if your cheeks don't drop on beat, then what's the point?
Well, there's that. Yeah. But I'm just saying, I'm just tired of this manufactured rap beef. I'm sick of this generation of rappers. I really am.
You think that's manufactured, bro? They talking about the kids, man. Right there.
I think it went left real quick, because you talking about Cardi B talking about this girl fertility, like
bro. I mean,
Perch frying your eggs is diabolical.
Yeah, it's like, rough. But what I'm saying,
that's rough. That's some old right there.
Yeah,
bro.
It's rough, and no, you shouldn't be bringing kids into it, especially in a rap beef. Like, you keep the kids out of it. Like, they're not a part of this. They don't have nothing to do with this adult beef and whatnot. But I just feel like, if there was such an issue between the two of them, why do you have to why does Nicki Minaj have to do that when Cardi B is dropping her project? She ain't done that in 7 years. You know, she's announcing that she's pregnant. She with Stephon Diggs. Just let her live her life. Nicki Minaj is made when it comes to that. She'll be the first one to let you know how many singles that she sold before. You got money. Just let Cardi B cook.
But when somebody is living, so this chick on TikTok, I wish I could remember her name. I watched so many of them, but she basically had a valid point of view. She was like, Nicki Minaj picked wrong, and she really wanted to be in a powerhouse relationship with a rapper or someone of significance with some kind of street cred, right? Which obviously she went the latter with that. So she wanted to have that type of career where she could do some of the stuff that Cardi B has gotten to do. However, that all got stalled out. So now you're watching someone else live the lifestyle that you wish that you could still be currently living. Because obviously, in our mind, Nicki Minaj should be on a whole different level. Not even maybe so much trying to be at the forefront, but kind of like doing a lot of money making things behind the scenes with her experience, right? But still, at this point, trying to put out an album is crazy work.
And I know, not to use, I want to use this analogy real quick. Like, what Jay-Z is doing right now, you don't hear Jay-Z concerned with music right now. Strictly business.
No. Look at Rihanna. She's not concerned about music.
Rihanna,
like, these people move on.
Much better. That's a much better, that's a much better example.
I mean, she made her album. She went out on top. People keep asking for her album. I said she got out on top. Don't make anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, one, Cardi B is different because she is a fun girl. We all know that. Nobody's actually expecting her to be the lyricist that you would see sometimes with a Nicki Minaj song. Like, you know it's going to be good, but not like that good. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to it, you know? So it's kind of like, get out while you can and watch your career transition, not you still trying to keep up with somebody else. You will never see Beyonce reference somebody else. She's created her very own lane. I think if Nicki Minaj was around the right people, she'd realize she really is in her own lane herself, but trying to keep up with these other chicks, it just doesn't look good. I know that my concern for the culture is these. Well, I say all that to say, if you're going to talk crap about somebody's kid, just know if you're gonna go to hell, they're gonna go 10 feet below that. So be prepared for someone to talk about how Perk scrambled your eggs.
Hey, if somebody call you by your whole government name, more than likely they mean business. More than likely they mean business.
I think you need a new set of friends that would have told you not to tweet that before you did.
Also, can we just get along? It's too much craziness going on in work. Can we not? The random segment.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
Think that you can just interject yourself into any part of their day and interrupt whatever it is that they're doing. So you drop a text and let them determine their availability to respond. Full on shite. Yeah. And because of that attitude, Diva, the message that you deserve in the morning is charger full or whatever an Android says when you wake up in the morning.
You're listening to the Radio Show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
All right, people who are listening to and watching this show, we are at the point where, well, first off, we ran our mouths way too long on Diddy and we ate up all the time for Easy's One Gotta Go. So you know what's gotta go this week? One gotta go. We'll try it again next time. But this segment is random, where we get to do our best ATL Diva impersonation and do whatever the hell we want right during this segment. Talk about whatever, say whatever, because that's what this segment is for, to get something off your chest. It might be something profound. It might be something funny. You might be just mad. Who knows? That's why it's called random. So I would love to start with someone who, they keep a random notebook of things. Easy, I know you got something on deck because you wait for, the vent in this segment. So
I do. And I'm actually going to pivot and do something a little different today. This is off the cuff. It's not my notes. But a guy that I love and appreciate a lot is getting married Saturday, and I won't be there for that. So I want to take this time to shout out my boy Krys and just let him know that, I got my Powerade right here, bro. I'm giving you a virtual toast, man. I'm so happy.
Let's do it.
For you and Mrs. Uncle Krys. And, I just wish you guys nothing but happiness and joy. And, you know how far back we go. I'm not trying to sit here and give the world our life story, but congrats to you. I love you. I love Liz and Kai. And I hate that I'm not going to be there this weekend, but you know why I'm not going to be there.
Absolutely,
and
man.
If the things were different, time was a little different, my ass would be up in there again, jigging with you guys and going crazy. So take a few shots for me. I love you guys. And, cheers to y'all, man. Cheers to Unc.
Cheers.
Love you right back, my man. My man, $100,000.
Man, we just had a sentimental moment on the show. Those don't happen. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, for those who don't know, Easy, my best man. Literally my best. He's supposed to be my best man at my wedding.
Yeah,
and he do look literally like, if you're listening and not watching, Easy just does not look happy at all that he can't be there. But that love is there, though. You can see it, though, bro, and it make up for it. I'm not speaking for you, Krys, but you could tell, that the love is there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course, man. He wouldn't be my best man for nothing.
Absolutely. So
it's ties there for real.
Yeah, man. So in lieu of not being there to make a speech, it's like, hell, I'm not gonna make a speech here.
If to give y'all more to put in perspective for y'all, that's my son's godfather as well.
Yep.
That's Easy as a real friend for real.
Yeah, that's real, y'all. That's like brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
True blue brothers, you know what I'm saying? Look at it, ATL Diva. They letting their light skin powers combine to, you know what I'm saying? All good.
Hey, Diva is gonna listen to this and we are gonna get blasted in the chat for it, but that's okay.
Yeah. I can't wait to know what he says.
Who knows? You can't even put a gauge on what he might say.
Yes, please. It's going to be a crazy rain of some sort. So,
well, you know, Easy, I could appreciate what you just did for Krys, because Krys is good people. And, you know, again, I want to echo what Easy saying, you know, congratulations with you and your bride to be, all the best, you know, for years to come. But I got to drag us back down into the nonsense.
Hey, that's why I wanted to get the sentimental out the way and get back to the shenanigans, okay?
Yes. So let me go ahead and drag this back down into the muck, if we might, with my random here. I'm going to try to keep this as efficient as possible here. So I want to go back to, I don't know how long it's been, maybe 3 weeks, a month, where I met up with my illustrious brother, EZ, and our families, and we all went out to dinner out in high society and had a hell of a meal. It was fantastic. So that ain't the problem. I love hanging with EZ. I love hanging with my sister-in-law, seeing my niece. I know he liked hanging with his nieces and all that stuff. It was a great day. The issue what I have, and I guess the first thing that I do not like is when you go to these fancy places, they have the valet. The problem that I have is with the valet. When you're valeting my car and we spend all this money, you know, in this high-end restaurant, don't adjust my seats when you're parking my car. It ain't for you to be comfortable in the car because you're parking it, which is why I'm paying you for and tipping you for. Don't lower it to where it's comfortable for you or mess with the air conditioner. You sit your ass down no matter how it is. You park the car. I come back outside. I give you the ticket and you bring it back to me the exact same way. I should not be adjusting my seats and or mirrors because you had to park the car. So that's all I got to say with that. Don't adjust my seat. Don't touch the seat. Don't touch my mirror. Don't touch the radio. Don't breathe. Just park the car.
I'm sorry. I want to double down on this real quick. Because it's inevitable. If you're trying to eat somewhere nice in Atlanta, it's gonna be valet. So just get ready. Just prepare. Stop turning my radio down. I got my music set to where I want it when I get out the car, and I come back in, and my hip hop ain't blasting. Why'd you lower my music?
Yeah. What I'm saying is
you don't need the you know that problem we have. We lower the music to see better. Let's stop doing that. Yeah, I want to.
You leave it the way you found it. The way this valet violated my seat was egregious.
Violated is insane.
Violated, okay? Leaned back, lowered down, pushed this way. I'm like,
wait, hold on. I just want to ask, there wasn't no size discrepancies?
No. No. Hell we doing?
Yeah, I'm about to say, I don't think any of those guys were like taller than us or anything.
No.
Nah, that nigga was flexing in your shit, bro.
My whole point is
it is an infinity, so you know.
It's not about you feeling comfortable about what you're doing. It's about you taking this money that I'm paying for this high-end valet in high society, parking the car and bringing it back to me the way I gave it to you.
I'm a second that, because I've often had to slide my seat back just to get back in my car. And I don't particularly like that. If you know you slid it all the way up to the steering wheel, I mean, you slide it all the way back. So when I get in there, I can get in there gracefully, god dang. I do not.
It's precision involved in that. You know how in your car you got your mirrors set up exactly the way you want them set up. Your seat is exactly how you need it to be. It coincides with how you're driving the car. That's all I'm saying. I've talked enough, but I'm telling you, it's not going to be the last time I go to this restaurant. But I'm going to tell you something. 16 is in his mid-40s. I call corporate now. It happens again, man. You want to talk about strongly worded email. Oh, you haven't seen one. Touch it again. As Diva said before on this show, it gets results. God damn it, it gets results.
It does. I know I already went, but I just sent a very Karen-esque email to the HOA the other day, and I'll be damned, they are coming out to fix that shit tomorrow. Okay.
Yay!
Another. Hey, free game. If the company is on some bullshit, they customer service number, you can't Google it. Or the only way you can reach them is email at they ass on Twitter. I bet you they be in your DMs in 10 minutes. At they ass on Twitter.
Damage control.
They do not like that. They don't like it.
Man, what can Brown do for you? It was pissing me off. I couldn't get a customer service line. All I could do was email them. I added them on Twitter. They was in my DMs in 10 minutes and had that package resolved.
I want to call out.
Find that package.
I don't want to call out. It's a frequent guest. One of our guest hosts. I saw them on social media wrote blank company, count your days, and they got answers. They added them and just said, count your days. And they got the problem solved. But, that's a story for another day. I just want to pass this thing to either Chris or Diva. I don't know if we saving the lady class. I don't know how we going to work that, but
What can Brown do for you?
Shit, well, I go, man. Well, my random going to be, for one, happy birthday to my son.
That's right. Kyle's birthday.
My son turned 9 today. So, yeah, it's a good week to be celebrating. So, shit, just I have a lot to be thankful for, be joyous for. I usually sit and try to say some slick shit, something stupid, but yeah, man, it's just a lot to be happy for right now. A lot to be thankful for and grateful for. So, I'm gonna just toast to that. Easy. Special toast to you and yours, bro. And shit to all of us.
Yeah, it's gonna be alcohol after a while.
Yeah, shit to all of us. Diva 16. Shit, we just gonna toast to more life, to more love, and to more celebrations, to more wins.
I never need a reason other than this.
A whole lot more of that, man. Here's to y'all, and to the radio show ATL.
Yes, thank you, Chris. Yes, still going strong after all these years. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, now let's let Diva burn the house down respectfully.
Yes. So, all I'm going to try to say is that I hope Taylor Swift can swim, because the Swifties are trying to drown her ass on TikTok because they do not like this album, and apparently Black women run rent-free in her head. So now you know.
Damn, that was straight to the point.
Damn.
All right, I'm about to do something right here to close up this segment. I can't believe I'm about to do this because Diva said that, so I'm going to have to say it. I'm going to quote a great Negro poet who I used to have a lot of respect for, but now I don't care much about. But at one point in time, this guy named Calvin who said, and I quote, "If that hoe can't swim, then she bound to drizzle." But also to hell with Calvin.
I knew
after this.
When he said, I knew exactly what he was
calling a rapper a great Negro poet is like platinum. That shit is great.
He used to be a great Negro poet. Now
I had to turn it into like some kind of 2-liner so that I wouldn't like actually explain it.
It's all good. It's all good. So that's the random segment where we just do what it says, go random, and we're gonna be back and wrap this one up right after.
You are now listening to the Radio Show ATL.
So I would get rid of New Year's, and I'll tell you why. Because listen, there is no new me. I'm in my mid-30s. This is it. That's all you got. That's it. I am who I am.
You're listening to the Radio Show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
Well, will you look at that? We have come to the end of another action-packed episode of the Radio Show ATL. We want to say thank you to all the listeners and the watchers, especially the listeners, because we didn't drop a whole lot of content in the month of September, but that didn't stop the month of September in 2025 being our biggest month we ever had of downloads. Seriously, like legitimately the biggest month we ever had on the podcast. I mean, I had to check the numbers. I was like, wait a minute, we ain't even hardly dropped nothing, but y'all didn't care. You just wanted to hear what we had going on, and we appreciate it. You know, it's the reason why the audio podcast is monetized, because y'all pay attention. Shout out to Brazil, who went crazy in the downloads for whatever reason. So
hey, let's go to Brazil, bro. Yeah,
let's do it.
Let's
go
to the carnival.
Let's do it. Nigeria also. So I can't forget Lil Boo too. Still out there representing. Appreciate you, brother. Too. Appreciate it.
Do we know what part? Do we know what part of Nigeria?
I don't know. Nigeria bougie, so we
Yeah. No, we appreciate that though. No, seriously, no, we really do.
We're industrialized over there.
It says a lot. Now, I do want to say this in a subtle way, and I don't want to like make it seem like it's a big deal, but you're gonna notice some of the things that are being said are gonna we're gonna be scaling back some of the we're not gonna lose the edge, but we gotta scale back some of the language. We got some things in the works, and the way the show currently was, we can't continue going that route if we're trying to go further. We can't be, I don't know, we can't be stuck
We're gonna make it look sexy for y'all.
Yeah, we're gonna show you a little calf muscle.
We're gonna make it look sexy for y'all. We're gonna clean it up, tighten our abs up.
Before OnlyFans, when you used to have to earn that shit.
Yeah, but see, we coming to the point now where we done found that spot in our life where like we the girl on Facebook who says she's in a relationship with Jesus, and we're trying to clean up things.
You know what I'm saying?
So we trying
got
to
your
we trying
room
to fix it
smelling
up.
like the room smelling like incense and oils up in there.
Some Nag Champa. So you're gonna get that same that same attitude, the same pushing it right on the edge, because the edge is where we live. We just gonna fine tune a few things, but we're not ready to talk about it just yet. But we got some things in the works that are coming that's gonna expand the show and the reach. When the time comes to talk about it, we will mention it. But I just wanted to put that out there that we got some things in the works. We're tightening things up around here. You're gonna get, like I said, the same nonsense that you come to expect, just in a tighter little package. All right, we ain't switching it up. We ain't selling out.
Hey, just know it's a lot of wrist whipping going on right now. Yeah, chefs cooking up.
Yes, we're trying to get it tight here. But we just appreciate everybody, everybody that we partner with, all the homies and everything. We just appreciate them all for giving us support and all that good stuff. Now, as far as the Radio Show ATL goes, if you want to be a guest on the Radio Show ATL, just send us an email to radioshowinbox@gmail.com, or you can send us a text 678-800-1677. We look forward to hearing from you. Yeah, that's all we got this week. Shenanigans galore. Check us out on all the podcast providers, YouTube, all that stuff. We're everywhere. That's all we got.
Random on the way out. Diva, where do you stand on the issue of traditional Atlanta area codes? Is it just 404 and 470, or do you feel like 678 falls into that category?
470.
I think legitimately it always starts with 404, but 678 came so close afterward. I give them credit for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was in the same. It wasn't so far apart, so it's cool. It's cool.
I saw a debate. They were saying that one was not certified, or maybe it was 470 that wasn't certified.
It's 470.
No, 470 is not certified, and then there's another one that starts with a 9. That is not certified.
Yeah, that's
either.
the new. That's new right there. That's
no, bro. Like if you had like a 770, 404, those were like the original. Because the 404 was for cell phones, the 770 were landlines, right? And then 678 came out for both. So, but 678 is just as old as 404 and 770.
Okay. Yeah, I just needed to know where the traditional ATL.
I think 678 dropped in like 98, I think, somewhere around in
there.
Yeah,
bro, come on. And then I'm literally from Atlanta, born and Grady. It's whatever I say.
That's what I'm saying. You real deal. You're not an import like some of us. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to get your opinion on the topic.
Man, yeah, because those came out. I think we still had the yellow pages, so we could.
I just needed to understand that. And you know what's crazy? Like I said, I know we're wrapping up. That New Orleans runaway literally got caught here in Atlanta. I thought he was in Cuba.
Yeah, he was. Yep. He was.
And
Man,
somebody
said, what?
I wonder if he took a chance on some of them Magic City wings.
No. They said that he blew his cover because he got happy because the Saints won on Sunday and they knew something was up with him. That's they said he blew his cover.
And where did he run away from?
From New Orleans. He's from New Orleans. That was
okay.
Those
Okay, you see what, Diva? This show, no matter what, it always goes full circle. Where was he? In jail. It doesn't matter whether he was in New Orleans. It doesn't matter whether he was in Houston. What did I say in the beginning about Diddy? It's prison. It's jail. You know what? Please just remember and never forget, you're not just listening to a radio show or some radio show. You're listening to the Radio Show ATL, a top 100 podcast, by the way. Thank y'all for listening and watching, because we free and not in jail. We'll catch y'all next time. Free is free.
Hey, and always remember, if you ain't clean, you can't get in between.
Don't drop the soap unless you're Diddy.
I don't have anywhere to throw it to because the show is over. So yeah, catch you next time.